Good fucking morning from Casa de Grizzo. Brian Grizzo, soon to be whitest guy again in Chicago. Um, I work for my friend Dante and my cousin Anthony. Well, okay. Anyway, the guy, Frank Telli, um, he's a consigliere, and I've also found out, I don't know how he has time to do this, but he stayed on as the captain of the construction. He says, listen, Guido, I would be honored to be your consigliere, but you know what? Someone like me has the potential of making more money just staying on from construction. So if you want me to take the job, you got to let me remain as in charge of largely in charge of the construction and stuff. And the other families have given Guido like $50,000 tributes just to even talk to him because the guy is just such an unbelievable moneymaker and stuff like that. You see, he seems really nice and charming and stuff. He talks to politicians, but people really don't know him. Okay, the thing is he's a fucking scary guy. Okay, um, me and my friends at the construction site, we might be the fucking guys with muscles and stuff, but we're nothing compared to him. The reason why is because he's our leader. We do what he says and stuff. Our family is run by a fucking bulldog, and his name is Frank Telli and stuff. Guido Guido Sabatini he's 85 now. He is the boss, but you know what? Really, Frank Telli runs things, and you know what? He's kind of a prick, but you know what? He's probably the greatest businessman the mafia has ever seen in the history of the mafia of all the families and stuff like that. The guy just he makes money all different kinds of ways, real estate, businesses and stuff like that and stuff. Um, I wanted to take a position. I really wanted to go a legitimate position at the casino and stuff like that. He says, no, I need you to be a debt collector and stuff. I said, Frank, I don't know if I can handle this and stuff like that. He says, no, Brian, you can handle it. He said to me, Brian, when you were a teenager, we started training you. We not only trained your muscles, but we trained your mind and stuff. We know who you are. We know a lot about you. It's my job to know this and stuff like that. If you can come here and you can make me money and stuff like that, that'll make me very happy and stuff. I don't give a fuck that you're not full blooded, that you're half Irish or whatever, but you make me money, I'll be a happy guy and stuff. Why do I seem nice and charming? Because that's how I make money. I'm a prick, okay? I'm a prick and stuff. And I he says he knew my father. He says I didn't really like your father, Brian, but he says I thought he was an Irish prick, but you know what? He was such an unbelievable moneymaker that he earned my respect. And that job that he was famous for, that he did way back in the 60s or the 70s, he says I was his number two and stuff like that. I said, "Oh my God, Maron!" My dad was so frightened. He told me that he almost went to prison for fucking 10 years or whatever. He says, Brian, he was not gonna do time. There was a 0% chance. I said, why do you say that? How do you know and stuff like that? He says because we fucked up. We fucked the evidence. They had no evidence. They weren't gonna bring us to court. Their way of simply indicting him was their way of saying, hey, listen, we know you guys are here, and we know what you guys are going to do, and if you guys keep doing it, we're going to step up. But there was not a chance of him being prosecuted. Um, Perhaps I should have told him more and stuff like that. Okay, well, anyway, forget about it. Okay, so, I'm going to be going to work for Frank Tully, and, it's not good enough to him that I just do the job. There's certain things he expects me to do. Like he tells me sometimes how to dress and stuff because he doesn't want me to get caught. I appreciate that and stuff because if I get caught, um, he's not stupid. He knows that there's a chance that you could always flip. Um, to get your time reduced and stuff like that. There's always a chance. You got to know that stuff. So I don't get busted. No one's gonna rat. Okay, so it's good for everybody involved and stuff like that. So yeah. So he'd tell me how to do it and stuff. And one time I met this girl, and she was like, she says, "Oh, you're the guy that works at that new gym and stuff." I had a legitimate job at a gym to throw some people off so they wouldn't know that I was a wise guy. But anyway, so I said, yeah, yeah, yes, yes. She says, "Oh, I heard you work for Frank Tully. He's some kind of mafioso badass." I said, "Listen, honey, you have no idea. For all you're concerned, I work at the gym. Okay, I don't want to. I'm not gonna say anything to you. Someone like you would put me away for 20 years. If you could, you probably would leave me dead in the gutter and take every dollar I had in my wallet and stuff like that." But I said, all right, I'll tell you what. I was talking with her. She got nice. I says, "I'll tell you what I do for Frank Telli, but you know what? You can't tell anyone, or we're both fucking dead. We're gonna die a very painful death and stuff like that." So I said, okay, I give people advice, the same advice and stuff. The dollar amounts are different, but I tell them, you are in debt to the Sabatini family of so many dollars and stuff. We know you can make these payments because our forensic accountants have assessed it and stuff. You might not be able to buy cocaine or get some whores for a while, but we expect you to commit and make these payments. And if you're not, I gotta come here and visit you and do a brutal job. We're not gonna kill you and stuff. We're just gonna beat the shit out of you every day for the rest of your life. Go figure. I rather than just blow my head off or whatever, but I guess they gotta do things the hard way. Okay, so it's like I said, you belong to Frank Telli now. Recognize that and stuff. And they say, "Oh, well, fuck you, punk," or whatever. I say, "Listen, okay? You're not going to win this, okay? I'm not emotionally involved. This isn't my money. Frank Telli, he pays me to come visit people and give them advice and stuff. And that's what I'm doing here. And that's a straight rate and stuff like that. There's no big money in it for me, okay, pal? So don't get hot-tempered. You're just going to get your ass kicked, okay? And me kicking your ass is not going to do anything for me and whatever. It just means that I have to beat somebody up for my money. And I'd rather us just not fight or whatever, but I got to do my job, my brutal job if you don't do what they say, because that's what he tells me to do. I don't know why, but he told me to do it, so I do it. I say, "Yes, sir." "Yes, sir, Paisano. Paisano Telli?" "Yes, sir." Yeah, I like it that our boss is not a pussy. I like it that our boss is smart as fuck, and he's a fucking bulldog. The youngsters, they like the fact that they can tell people their boss is a bulldog and stuff like that. Frank Telli and stuff like that. He knows more about getting around the cops than any lawyer does. It's unbelievable and stuff. I was like, why didn't you be a fucking lawyer? This fucking pays more and stuff like that. That guy, he gets a lot of women and stuff like that because he's charming, and he always buys these really expensive suits and stuff like that. And there was this movie star, he never told me who or whatever, but this movie star wanted to be with them or whatever. I wanted him to be in a movie with her and stuff like that. I said, "Why did you do it? Who wouldn't want to be a movie star?" He says, "Brian, listen, the mafia and the movies, they don't mix, okay? What we do, we don't want it on TV. This is a secret, okay? Fuck that, okay? Those movie people in Hollywood, those faggots in Hollywood, they'll fucking put you away. They'll tell you how great you are, get you to talk, and then they'll fucking put you away. I'm too fucking smart for that. I work for the money, Brian. And you should realize that I don't want anybody working for me unless they're working for the money and stuff like that. People that work for money. That's even more important than being Italian to me and stuff like that. So, Frank Telli, I understand. I learned a lot from Frank. He's a smart guy. Even if I don't like him, I'm glad that we have him as our leader and stuff like that. You know how it's done.